All right, diving in today, um, we've got a ton of material on Murray,
Hmm.
and, it's always called the Queen of the Hills, but looking at these sources, it's not just like a catchy name. They use it constantly. So clearly, this Pakistani hill station is doing something right when it comes to, well, natural beauty. That's kind of our focus today, like
Yeah.
what makes it such a draw. And we're going deep from the Himalayas to, like, its history.
Yeah, that queen thing really jumps out, doesn't it? Like,
hmm
what is it about Murray that keeps getting that title? Let's find out.
Okay, so first off, just geographically, where are we?
Himalayan foothills,
Okay,
part of the Pura Penjal range. Serious mountains.
so already got to be some views there.
Oh, absolutely. And the altitude plays a huge role. 6,000 to 7,500 feet, that's what gives Murray that cool climate and those panoramic views everyone talks
I
about.
I was going to say, that's got to impact the landscape too, right? You
Yeah.
don't get those kinds of trees just anywhere.
Exactly. Think like gently sloping mountains, but covered in pine and oak forests. Those are the main players here, real character. Plus, you've got all these natural springs, little streams everywhere, so it's a very lively, thriving kind of environment.
Those forests sound intense. Like our
Mhm.
sources describe them as thick, dense. What kind of trees are we talking
Mm.
specifically? I'm picturing like you can barely see the sky.
Oh, yeah, you're getting into some serious greenery. We're talking native species, pine, blue pine, then there's deodar.
Oh, yeah, a cedar, right?
Yep, really distinctive look, and the smell is amazing. And of course, oak, gotta have oak, so, tons of variety. Adds to the richness of the place.
And then imagine those valleys. The sources keep mentioning Kashmir Point as like the spot for views.
Oh, yeah, classic Kashmir Point.
All those rolling hills, sometimes mist comes in. I bet
Got
that's
it.
amazing.
Yeah, it is. And the mist, right, against the mountains, it's so peaceful, kind of mysterious even. And don't forget the water features too. Waterfalls, those streams winding through everything, adds to that tranquil vibe. The Murray Ridge itself acts like a huge natural reservoir. That's why you have so many springs in the area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then there's this spot called Neela Sand. It's a pond, but the water's blue, and there's a waterfall there too. Apparently really stunning.
That's going on the list. Now, got to talk climate, because that seems like a big draw. Mild summers, but then they get proper snow in the winter.
Oh, yeah, it's like 4 different versions of the place depending on when you go.
Right. So what are we talking temperature-wise?
Summers, you're looking at 15 to 25 degrees Celsius. Nice and comfortable,
Right.
especially if you're coming from, the hotter parts of the region. But winter, that's when it gets interesting. Temperatures drop, can go as low as -2 up to 10 degrees Celsius, and the snowfall is no joke. So winter sports are a big thing.
Oh, for sure. Makes sense. And it's not just scenery, right? There's a whole ecosystem at play here.
Right, gotta have the plants and animals.
More than 700 plant species, I read, which is just, wow.
It's a lot, yeah. And beyond the pine and oak that are everywhere, there's a ton of variety in the flora. Wildflowers like hydrangea, clematis, tons of stuff. And then the animals, monkeys are super common.
I bet.
Leopards, red foxes, you might see those, although that's rarer. Wild boars, porcupines, all kinds of stuff going on. There's actually a Murray Wildlife Park if you want to, guarantee some animal sightings. And for birds, sparrows, mynas, rock pigeons, the usual suspects, but then some cooler ones too. Great barbet, common raven, this blue whistling thrush. Pretty neat.
So if you want to really take it all in, got to
Yeah.
hit those viewpoints.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Kashmir Point, that's the classic one for those long views towards, Kashmir. Then there's Pindi Point. They've got chairlifts there, so you're up above the trees. Even just walking along Mall Road, you get glimpses here and there. It's all very scenic.
What about Patriota?
Oh, yeah, Patriota or New Murray, that's another one. They've got chairlifts and cable cars there, so more ways to get up high and see everything. And speaking of scenic, Bourbon is nearby. It's known for its views and pretty upscale hotels, if that's your thing. And then a little further out, Nathia Gali and Ayubia National Park. More of those beautiful pine forests, plus lots of hiking trails. Nathia Gali, fun fact, it gets even colder and snowier than Murray in the winter because it's a bit higher up.
So it seems like whatever time of year you go, the landscape really dictates the experience. Summer's for exploring, monsoon season, you get that misty atmospheric vibe, but got to throw in the disclaimer here. Sources mention potential landslide risks during that time, so be careful.
Right, good point.
Then autumn, changing colors, and winter, obviously the snow transforms everything.
And you know what adds another layer to all this? The history. Murree wasn't just randomly founded. The British established it back in 1851, and they picked it for a reason: pleasant climate, strategic location. It was their retreat, basically. So you still see some of that colonial era architecture mixed in with the natural surroundings, makes for a cool contrast.
Ah, that's interesting. And even the name itself, right?
Yeah, Murree means high place, which, given the terrain, makes perfect sense.
It all ties together, and it sounds like this natural beauty extends way beyond Murree itself, too. Galiat region, Ayubia, Margalla Hills, all pretty close by.
Oh, for sure. This whole area, nature is king, it defines the character, the appeal, everything.
So wrapping up our deep dive on Murree, the Queen of the Hills, it's clear that nickname is well-deserved. Majestic mountains, lush forests, tranquil valleys, the climate, it all comes together to create a truly, enchanting place. And depending on the season, you can experience it in so many ways.
And what's really fascinating to me is that people keep coming back. Generation after generation, Murree is still this go-to spot for escaping, connecting with nature, finding that peace and quiet. It says a lot.
Definitely. Makes you think, right? So, final thought for everyone listening. Murray's been this beloved escape for so long. What does that tell us about our need as humans to get out into nature, especially in a world that's changing so fast? Something to ponder. Until our next deep dive.
Good one.
Until next time.